What's going on, guys? Today in this video I'm going to teach you how to pot correctly during PvP. But before we get into it, we got a little bit of business to handle. Only about 30% of the people who actually watch my videos are subscribed, so if you guys want to go down and click the subscribe button, it costs you no money to support a small creator like me. Definitely hit the notification bell if you're new, and let's get right into it. So, pot PvP is a lot more complicated than it actually looks. There's a ton that goes into it, and any high tier player would also agree with this statement. A lot of people just jump right into it, clicking fast and wondering why they're losing because they're clicking 20 CPS. Well, surprise, surprise, it takes more than just clicking 20 CPS and holding the W key. A lot of people don't even know how to throw the potions to heal them for 4 hearts, which is how much a potion is supposed to heal you, by the way. There's a few things you have to get down before even thinking about joining a ranked queue. Timing is very important in all aspects of this game. Timing of when to heal, timing of when to hit, timing of when to let go of W and W tap and keep your distance and block hit. There's a bunch that goes into it. Let's get started on what you need to get down for PvP. In this video, I'm fighting a very skilled player known as 𝐒𝐞𝐜𝐬. But as we're trading, you notice I'm not taking a lot of damage here. As you can tell by simply watching my screen, I'm timing when I'm blocking my sword in order to take less damage per hit. It's not easy to get this timing down perfectly, but once you get it down, you'll be able to beat players by so many more pots than you'd ever think. For example, the guy I'm fighting is not a bad player by any means at all. In the fight after this, I beat him by 12 whole pots, and that's a lot of pots. He kept asking me how this was possible and how I beat him by 12 pots. All these things I'm going to be talking about are things that I learned recently myself, so don't feel like you're left out in any way. A lot of people have been talking about how good I am at pot conserving lately. Every time you queue, you will get better if you let yourself get better. If you're just queuing and not picking up anything and just like brainlessly playing, I mean, it's okay if you enjoy the game, of course, but if you're planning to learn stuff, think about your games and what you do every time you're playing. Everybody has a weakness, everybody has a weak point on them. For example, my weakness, I'm gonna regret saying this, but when I fight low ping players and they just straight line me, I cannot touch them. I swear to God, it's so hard for me. For some other people, that might not be their weakness. Some people can't handle block hitting, some people can't handle W tap, some people can't handle circle strafe, some people, it's different for everybody. Some people can't handle being aggroed on, some people can't handle like certain things. You know, it's just different per person. You gotta find out how your opponent plays and figure out how they work and play around it. For example, this 𝐒𝐞𝐜𝐬 guy I'm fighting in these clips, we almost go hit for hit. You know, we're trading a lot, or one of us gets a combo on the other, etc. So I noticed that, oh, if we're gonna be getting similar hits, I might as well try to take less damage and deal more. So I'm trying to land crits and block it at the same time. So think about it. In theory, if you get the same exact hits as your opponent, the guy who block hit more and crit more will win. Simple as that. So I could sum up this potting segment in 2 seconds. I could say, oh, if you're against a wall or in a corner, pot straight down. If you're not, pot straight forward. Boom, done. That's the simplest way to put it. So when you heal, you want to heal as fast as you can, as fast as your ping allows you to, and get right back into the fight. You don't want to waste a second, because by the time you're done healing, they could have gotten 4 hits on your back already. You have to go heal again. You don't want to do that. So yeah, watch this clip right here. This clip is from earlier in the video. Look how fast I heal and just get right back into business. This is ideally how you want to heal every single time. But sometimes we're in sticky situations and you can't always heal like this. For example, if you're against a wall, how are you going to be able to do this? Fun fact, if you throw a potion at the wall at your head height, you get healed 2 hearts, half the health. That's pathetic. So you want to avoid that at all costs. For example, if you're against a wall, you want to look down to your toes and throw the potion. It might heal your opponent a little bit, but it's going to heal you more unless they're literally inside of you. A potion landing on your feet should heal you about 3 or 3.5 hearts, which is pretty damn close to 4. But obviously, if you can't land every single potion on your head, that's the next best way to go. So you get 29 potions at the beginning of a match. If every single potion heals you 4 hearts, that's 116 hearts, plus the 10 you start with, so that's 126 hearts. So you think, oh, you can take 126 hearts of damage, right? Actually wrong, you can take a lot more. For example, block hitting will make you take way less hearts than normal. Also, in 1.7 and 1.8, you regen half a heart every 4 seconds if you're saturated. This is why you do want to eat. Your saturation doesn't need to be all the way full, but it's best to have it full to prevent it from going down later. It doesn't mean always eat the second your hunger goes down half a bar. When eating in PvP, you're going to want to try to not get hit at all. That's why people use all these strategies to eat and run. For example, when I'm eating, most of the time, I spam Q, which is my drop key, and I spam left click, which is my attack key. Because if you drop and attack in the same second, you move much faster than just dropping. So there's actually a tip for healing that not a lot of people know. I actually learned it from one of Marcel's really old videos back in the day. In Marcel's video, he said make sure you're on the ground when you heal. Try not to be in the air while healing. For example, if you're getting comboed, your feet are not touching the floor. So either wait till your feet are touching the floor, or if you really can't, like you're at 2 hearts or less, just throw the pot. It's better to get healed a little bit than none at all and lose the fight completely. I'll show Marcel's clip right here. So there you have it. Even Marcel agrees with this. Now I'm going to show you a clip of Marcel messing this up and him not getting healed almost at all from his pots. So this is why people tell you that timing is very important when healing in this game. Because look, he messed it up by timing it incorrectly and didn't get healed at all from those 2 pots. That's minus 2 pots for a whole fight. That can make or break an entire game by a lot. And you'll notice in this clip, I try to block as much damage as physically possible. When I can't even see him, I'm not even looking at him. I'm blocking because I know I'm about to be hit, so I'd rather take less damage than full damage. Not a lot of people think like this, and a lot of people that do think like this overuse it and do it correctly and just sit there blocking, taking way too many hits when they could have been fighting instead. Another tip that I learned recently that I haven't even realized I've known for so long until my friend Strafe brought it into conversation. Strafe times his W taps with the hit sounds in Minecraft. So set your in-game volume to about 30 or whatever is comfortable, and let go of W and push it again once you hear the hit tick. This helps him a lot because he's very high ping. He lives in the Middle East, so he gets about 200 plus MS on NA and about 160 on EU. This is a very useful trick that I didn't even realize that I've been following for so long. Once he mentioned it in a conversation, I was like, oh wow, I do that too. Link for Strafe will be in the description. You don't need high CPS. You don't need low or high ping. You don't need the best of the gaming equipment in the world. You don't need to helicopter click your fucking mouse 200 CPS. As they always say, practice makes perfect. That's why I play practice a lot. And I mean, I practice. I don't queue unranked without thinking. I learn from my mistakes. If you're playing without learning from your mistakes, that's totally fine if you're having fun playing the game. But if you want to learn and get better, you gotta think while playing. You gotta use your brain. Come on. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. This one was a really fun one to make. It took me about 2.5 hours to make, and I'm making this at 4 a.m. Drop a sub and definitely hit the notification bell because I'm lacking on the noties, bro. Definitely hit a like for the algorithm to show this to more people. I might regret this once I start getting beat up in PvP by people using my own tactics, but hey, I like to see the community come together and get better as a whole. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.